The park was a quiet place, full of green grass and tall trees. Birds sang their happy songs from the branches. A young man often came here to walk and think. He liked the peace it gave him. One sunny afternoon, he saw a young woman sitting on a bench. She was not doing anything special, just looking at the ducks swimming in a small pond. There was a soft smile on her face. He had seen many people in the park before, but there was something about her that caught his eye. It was not a big, flashy thing. It was a gentle feeling, like a warm breeze on a cool day. He walked past. Then, after a moment, he turned back. He felt a little shy, but he also felt he had to say something. "It's a lovely day, isn't it?" he said, his voice a little unsure. She looked up, and her smile widened a little. "Yes, it is." The ducks seemed to be enjoying it too. Her voice was soft and kind. They talked for a few minutes about the weather, the ducks, the park. It was an easy conversation. Nothing too deep, nothing too serious, but it felt nice. When he left, he hoped he would see her again. He did see her again. The next day, she was there, at the same bench. He felt happy to see her. This time, their talk was a little longer. He learned that she liked to draw, and she learned that he liked to build things with his hands. They found out they both liked the same kind of quiet music. Small things, but they felt like little bridges between them. They started to meet in the park more often. Sometimes they would just sit and talk. Other times, they would walk along the paths, under the shade of the trees. He found himself looking forward to these times more and more. He liked the way she saw the world. She noticed small details, like the pattern on a leaf or the way the sunlight made patterns on the ground. She made him see things in a new way. She found herself thinking about him when they were not together. She liked his steady calm. He was a good listener, and he had a kind heart. When he talked about the things he built, his eyes would light up with passion. She admired that. She felt safe and comfortable with him, like she could just be herself. One day, it started to rain while they were in the park. They ran to a small shelter nearby, laughing as the rain poured down. They were close together under the small roof, and the world outside seemed to fade away. He looked at her, her hair damp from the rain, a happy look on her face. He felt a strong feeling in his chest, a feeling that was warm and full of light. "I really enjoy spending time with you," he said, his voice earnest. She looked at him, her eyes soft. "I enjoy it too, very much." That moment felt special, like a quiet promise. Their friendship was growing, and something deeper was starting to bloom. It was like a tiny seed that had been planted and was now beginning to sprout, reaching for the sun. They started to see each other outside the park. They went for coffee. He was a little clumsy and almost spilled his drink, and she laughed, a bright, happy sound that made him smile. She showed him her drawings, and he was amazed by her talent. He showed her a small wooden box he had made, perfectly smooth and beautifully crafted. She loved it. Their conversations became deeper. They talked about their hopes for the future, their dreams, and even their fears. They found that they could share anything with each other. There was no need to pretend, no need to wear a mask. This honesty was a precious gift. He knew he was falling in love. It was not a sudden crash, but a slow, gentle unfolding, like a flower opening its petals one by one. Every moment with her felt right. Her smile could make his day better. Her presence was a comfort. He loved her quiet strength, her kindness, her artistic soul. She felt it too. Her heart felt lighter when she was with him. He made her feel cherished and understood. He was patient and supportive. She loved his passion for his work, his calm nature, and the way he looked at her, as if she was the most important person in the world. Love, she realized, was not just about grand gestures, but about these small, shared moments of connection and understanding. One evening, they were walking by a river. The sun was setting, painting the sky in beautiful colors of orange, pink, and gold. The water reflected the glowing sky. It was a perfect moment. He stopped and turned to her. He took her hands in his. His heart was beating fast, but he knew what he wanted to say. "I have to tell you something," he began, his voice a little shaky but full underscore of emotion. "These past few weeks, getting to know you, it's been the best time of my life. You make everything brighter. You make me feel whole. I love you." Tears welled up in her eyes, happy tears. Her heart felt like it was singing. "Oh," she whispered, her voice full underscore of feeling. "I love you too, more than words can say." He smiled, a wide, joyful smile that reached his eyes. He gently pulled her closer and kissed her. It was a soft, tender kiss, full underscore of all the love and hope they felt. It was a kiss that sealed their new beginning. From that day on, they were a couple. They were sweethearts. Their love was a simple one, built on trust, kindness, and shared moments. They enjoyed doing everyday things together. They cooked meals, laughing when they made mistakes. They watched movies, sometimes holding hands the whole time. They took long walks, sometimes in comfortable silence, just enjoying being together. They supported each other's dreams. He encouraged her to show her art, and she was his biggest cheerleader when he started a small business making his handcrafted items. There were challenges, of course. Life is never perfectly smooth. Sometimes they had small disagreements, but they always talked them through. They learned to listen to each other, to understand each other's point of view, and to forgive. Their love grew stronger with each challenge they overcame together. He loved waking up next to her, seeing her sleepy smile. She loved the way he would make her tea just the way she liked it. They built a home together, not just a house made of bricks and wood, but a home filled with warmth, laughter, and love. Years passed. The love they shared did not fade. It deepened, like the roots of a strong tree. They saw the seasons change, year after year, always together. They celebrated joys, big and small. They comforted each other through sorrows. Their bond was their anchor in the sometimes stormy seas of life. He would often think back to that first day in the park, when he saw her sitting on the bench. He was so glad he had found the courage to speak to her. That one small moment had changed his life forever, bringing him a happiness he had never imagined possible. She would often look at him, her heart full underscore of gratitude. He was her rock, her best friend, her true love. He had shown her what it meant to be truly seen and loved for who she was. Their love story was not a dramatic tale full underscore of grand adventures or thrilling twists. It was a quiet story, a gentle story. It was a story about two people who found each other, who chose each other, and who built a beautiful life together, one simple, loving day at a time. It was a story of a sweetheart love, pure and true, a love that was meant to last, a love that filled their lives with quiet joy and endless warmth. He was her everything, and she was his, and in their shared world, that was all that mattered. The park where they first met remained their special place. They would go back often, sit on their bench, and remember the beginning of their journey, a journey that continued to unfold, richer and more beautiful with each passing year. Their hands would find each other, a familiar, comforting touch, a silent reminder of the enduring love they shared, a love that was, and always would be, their greatest treasure.